Hey guys, welcome to week 6 of our Matthew devotions. This week you're going to be reading chapter 16 through 19. And in chapter 16, something very important happens that Peter says about Jesus. Because really, what you think about someone, what you say about someone, says a lot about you. For instance, what comes to mind when I say these names? These names have all been trending over the last couple months. So, number 1, Donald Trump, Michael Jordan, Jake Paul, George Floyd. Something inside of you should have reacted when I said those names. And it says a lot about what you believe and things that you're willing to say. So what do you think when I say the word Jesus? Is it just a word to you, or is it a name of your king? So this week, like I said, in chapter 16, Jesus asks his disciples a very, very important question. He asks them, "Who do you say I am?" And his disciples respond, well, some people are saying Elijah, some people are saying John the Baptist, who's come back from the dead. But Peter, importantly, says, you are the Christ, the Son of God. Peter acknowledges Jesus as God and his King. So let's flip that back around to you. Who do you say Jesus is? Is he some white guy with a beard with some crazy ideas? Is he a really nice guy? Like, who is Jesus to you? Is he truly your king that you follow? C.S. Lewis put it this way in something called a trilemma. You've heard of a dilemma before, but a trilemma is 3 different positions about one thing. And he asks this about who you think Jesus is. He's either a liar, he's either a lunatic, or he's your Lord. The things that Jesus said puts him in either of these 3 categories. So if you don't think of him as your Lord, he's either a liar or a lunatic. You can't just think of him as a nice teacher. You have to choose. And really, each choice has something uncomfortable about it. If you've been hanging out with people who follow Jesus, it's going to be weird to call him crazy. It's going to be weird to call him a liar. But also, if you follow Jesus, it's uncomfortable just to follow him. It's uncomfortable to call him your Lord because you're submitting to him. You're surrendering your control of your life over to Jesus. So is he your king? Is he your Lord? Do you let him rule over your heart? In these chapters, we really see a shift between the disciples coming and seeing what Jesus is about to going and telling what Jesus is about. Because in verse 21 of chapter 16, you see Jesus say that now is the time that I'm going to tell you that I have to go and die for people's sins. And if you're going to follow me, you might have to be willing to die too. They knew King Jesus. And when you know who Jesus is, you know that you need to change, and you know that the world around you needs to change. We need to be about making Jesus known because the world around us needs to hear the love of Jesus. The world that we live in is broken, and only Jesus can restore peace and restore goodness to the world. And he starts by changing our hearts. So Jesus is not some distant thing to be studied. He's not just an idea that you flirt with and that you put on t-shirts and say like, yeah, I'm cool with Jesus. Jesus needs to be your king. Jesus needs to be your Lord, and he wants to rule over your heart so that he can change it. And when he starts there, he can begin to change the world around you. So will you let him do that today?